Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You live really close to the school.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. And no, I'm not tired, man. I'm just stressed.
Stress.
Yes, yesterday, like before your class, I had a
Uh-huh.
problem with my computer,
Oh.
and the I thought that my computer was the problem, but the problem was the charger.
Oh, I see.
And I needed to go buy a charger. And man, I love Apple, but the products are so expensive, and the
Oh,
charger is
yes, I know.
1,800 only for the charger.
Just a charger. Oh, yeah, I know. I used to have
One
an
thousand eight hundred.
I used to have an Apple. Everything is expensive.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, Carolina, welcome.
Hi.
Nice.
I text you in a WhatsApp. I need to go early to the class.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Look, after 4 o'clock, I don't really check my phone because I'm in class.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
But
Mhm.
tell me, you had to leave. What time?
Um, in Tijuana it's 6:30. 6:30.
Okay, but you when do you need to leave?
6:30. Right now it's 5:35.
Oh, so you're 2 hours behind in Tijuana.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. I
Nice.
have appointment with my doctor, so I need to go. But I'm okay. But it's a routine check,
Yeah, a regular checkup, right?
regular. Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you for letting me know. Right. Hello,
I
Luis. Nice to see you.
Hello,
All right.
how are you?
Yes, Karen. I'm good. I'm good. You?
Uh, Good.
Took
Thirsty.
a long time to think. Thirsty. Yes,
I need
yes.
some water.
Time for some water or a michelada, right? All right. Uriel, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good. And you?
I'm good too. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
It's
right.
good to be here.
Gabby, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Her voice. It's so soft.
can,
All right. Well, Celine, how are you?
can I go get some water, please?
Yes, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Thank you. Also, turn on the
All right.
lights.
Yes, yes. All right, guys. So yesterday, the my internet went out. My internet went out, so I didn't get a chance to tell you about any homework or anything like that, which is fine. Which is fine. We don't always need homework. Um, but I do want to say I'm sorry, for the internet cutting off. I mean, it was already past the time, but I don't like, when the class finishes like that. Okay, so yes, sorry. Um, and
No
well,
problem.
I have really good news. Today is the last day of mixed conditionals, and it's not going to be all the class. It's just going to be 20 minutes because we just need one more conditional.
All
One more,
right.
and we can just,
Nice.
clean our hands and go on to the next thing. And I decided that, it's only going to take 20 minutes, so the other lesson is going to be really easy. I don't want us to do all of the difficult lessons right now because I know, for me, it's like it takes a lot of energy to explain. Now, I can't imagine you you know, having to learn all of that information, and with the responsibility that you needed for the test, it's like a lot of stress, I imagine. So today we're gonna learn something easy, giving suggestions, should, and other little things like that. But let's begin with the last mixed conditional. Does anybody remember what the last mixed conditional was? Did anybody write it down?
Yeah, future past.
That was the only one we didn't do. Future past. Yes?
We did present past yesterday.
Present future.
Present past.
And
Present past, that's what we did yesterday. So we are missing past future and the future present.
oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're missing two. Yeah,
Missing
present.
two? How?
I think.
Yesterday we did two, right?
Sure.
You don't remember?
No, we did one, just one. I mean, the
Yeah.
last explanation was just one, remember?
Yeah, we're missing present
One.
future and future past.
Okay, hold on, let me find it on my phone. Okay, so you guys are telling me that we need to do the future present and the future past?
Yes.
Yes.
You just said a review or study the four conditionals.
Okay. I think that the reason why I said that is we did not we started with the future present, but we did not finish, right? I think that was the thing.
Yeah, I think that would be we were on little examples and then the class. Your internet went out and yeah.
Okay. Well, do you remember the how can I call it, the structure? I think we discussed the structure. You should have written that down.
If plus a simple past. Modal verb.
Past modal? Yeah, no. Modal.
Modal
and
plus
modal
verb.
verb. If simple past modal verb.
Very good. Now, in this case, for the future, it doesn't only need to be simple past. It can also be continuous. Okay, and I will give you some examples right now. For example, this is the one. This is the one where we were talking about how something in the future will affect our present. Are you sure we didn't do this one?
No, yes, we did.
Yes, we did. If had 1 million bucks, I will buy a truck. No?
We did all of them.
I would buy. So we did all of the mixed conditionals.
Right, but we were just reviewing the last part. one by one, but we did all of
Yeah,
them.
future, present mix, right? Okay, excellent, excellent. Well, okay. I guess we can do like a little bit more of this one since it was the most complicated one. Again, you know, put yourself in a scenario where something in the future would affect your present right now. Usually, it's your state of mind. You know, happy, sad, things like that. Um, for example, if who is the name of our Adela? I think that's the name of our governor. If Adela were prolonging the quarantine in the next meeting, I would be very sad but happy because she's being preventative. All right, notice that in this sentence, I used the past, yes, but it's not the simple past. It is the past continuous.
Right.
And what is the difference between simple and continuous? Well, continuous means that it's going to be happening in the moment, that time in the future. And simple past just means it will happen one time. Not much of a difference, you know. And actually, you can say, if Adela prolonged the quarantine in the next meeting, and that would be okay. But I want to give you like the notion that is going to be happening in action in the next meeting. All right. I would be very sad, but happy because she's being preventative.
Preventative.
Now, why am I saying this? Well, you know, these guys, they have meetings every week or every other week where they make these decisions, right? Now, in the next meeting, which is probably going to be next week, they're going to make more decisions. Code red, code yellow, code orange. And if it's going to be red, it's going to be very sad. But, you know, I'd be happy because she's being preventative. She's saving lives. All right? So, again, think about this. Something in the future that will affect your present, right? Not something in the future that will affect your future. No, something in the future that will affect you right now, mentally. Think about that, mentally. All right? Who is here? Who is here? If Luis didn't come to the class tomorrow, I would be devastated. Why? Because he always misses class, right? I
Minus
would be
point.
devastated.
I had no power yesterday. I didn't even give my class.
Oh my God. All right, don't worry, man.
Okay, if you're gonna be like this.
Right, everyone, write one example, please.
How can I write here?
What'd you say?
Oh, here it is. Never mind. I found it. I found it. I have the power now.
Yeah, write one example in the chat, man. If you're gonna write in the chat.
Oh, I cannot
Yes,
write
Miguel?
here.
Yeah, my question is if you, in these questions, you also mention when, like the timing, like soon, later, or like in this case, next meeting. Let's say I have a sentence. I hope it's right. If I were going to get married soon, I might be very nervous and excited right now. What I mean, if you have to mention like soon, later, tomorrow, next week, and the second part of the context, you also mentioned right now, at the moment, if you have to do it on a sentence, or you don't have to.
It, it, if you have context, it's not necessary,
Uh-huh.
but it will make it like with, by you doing this, when you add the time expressions, it makes it clearer for the listener or for the reader.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we understand. Okay, this guy's talking about something in the future that will affect you now.
Right.
And that's what we want to do. You know, we want to make things simple for the listener or for the reader.
Okay, so it's optional,
All right.
but it's better.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
More
thank you.
helpful. Uriel?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I was stuck in the story I want to write because I realized a few minutes ago when I take a shower that I'm losing so hair, and I'm worried about that. So I'm trying to write the first part, but I don't know if my hair still falling. I'm not sure how to start the the sentence.
Started falling,
Uh-huh.
or if I started losing
Okay.
hair,
Okay. And my
Like
hair
more hair,
started.
no?
Huh?
Like more hair?
Yeah. I will be very worried.
Very good.
That's it.
Yes. If my hair started falling out more, I would be very worried. In this case right here, when would you be worried? If your hair started falling, no?
Yeah.
So everything would be in the future. You're not worried now. You would be
Oh.
worried in the future.
Well.
And so this is how you can fix that. If I knew
Okay.
that my hair was still going to be falling out more in the future, you know, to emphasize the future, I would be
Okay.
very worried, right? If you knew. Okay.
That's it. I get it.
All
Okay.
right, man. Yes, sometimes it happens to me too, man. I think it's stress.
I think it's stress. Yeah.
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 When I'm stressed, man, you know, maybe you just gotta go to the beach and step in the sand. It's just swim for like an hour, man. To swim that stress away. You know, salt heals everything.
I know. I need that.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. All right, man. Carolina.
Okay. If I didn't pay my trip tomorrow, oh, not today, no, it's a present today.
No, where's the future? If future.
Okay. Okay. I will be
And
can
then
go,
it's present.
and that is present. Um, I will be I change point the future first and no past. No está mal. I will be.
Okay, but
I
tell me.
I changed the order. I changed
Oh, you put
second
present
part.
first and then future.
Yes, that is. It's my
Ah,
my
okay.
confused. Okay.
Okay.
Estoy sudando. Okay.
Don't worry, don't worry. Try it again. And Gabby?
Okay. Well, the context is the following. I've got problems with the Wi-Fi connection, so if I were taking any exam right now, I'd be unable to pass it and unable to do it.
All right. Both of these are present.
What?
Right. Because you said if I were taking Cenni exams right now, that's not the future.
Oh my god.
See,
So,
when I say future present, that means it's going to be if and the future, and then it's going to be comma and the present. And so after if, you're going to put the future, and then after the comma, you're going to put the present.
oh,
All right.
yes, if I were going to take, no.
You can say we're taking, that's fine, but just not right now. Maybe if I were taking the exams tomorrow, I would be unable to. I would be worried, because the internet is unstable.
Yes.
All right.
First, I wrote we're taking tomorrow, but I thought that right now it sounds better.
Yeah, it sounds. And look. If I were taking Cenni exams right now, I would be unable to pass. That is a correct sentence.
Okay.
That is a correct sentence. That is the second conditional.
Okay.
Speaking hypothetically about the present.
Yes.
All right. But this one is a mix, and I think that this one is kicking everyone's butt right now. This one is kicking everyone's butt.
Yes.
Everybody's.
I have an example, but I don't reckon it's correct.
Okay.
I sent it actually to the chat. I'm just gonna read it. Yeah. If someone gave me the chance to go back in time, I would probably change a lot of things. I don't think it's correct for this purpose. Something's not.
Well, your sentence is correct.
It doesn't feel right.
It's not. It's not right for this one. For this one, it's not.
Yeah, I know. Something's not right.
Let me explain why this is not right. If someone gave me the chance to go back in time, okay, when? Let's say tomorrow. Okay, let's say tomorrow. But even if I say tomorrow, it would still be wrong for this structure. Because remember, the future present mix is used to describe how something hypothetical in the future can affect your present or can affect the present. Now, in your sentence right here, Mr. Alarcon, if someone gave me the chance to go back in time tomorrow, okay, that's the future. That's the future. And then the next part, I would probably change a lot of things. This is,
Or can we change the would for could? And
yeah,
would
but that
it
wouldn't make
make?
a difference.
Yep. Okay.
It wouldn't. And let
Right.
me explain why.
Okay.
Because you need to go back in time. Well, let me emphasize. To do this, I would probably change a lot of things. You need to go back in time, but you won't be able to do that until tomorrow. And tomorrow is the future. So what you did, Luis, in this sentence is
Did I break time?
no, no, you didn't break time, man. But this would be a future mix. Future mix. Okay, because in one condition you're talking about the future, and in the other one you're talking about the future. Because in order for you to change a lot of things, you need to go back in time. But you can't go back in time until tomorrow. Okay, so both of them are like the future. Now, if I say this example right here, I'm gonna take Miguel's, all right? If I were going to get married soon, this is the future. I might be very excited, nervous, and excited right now. This is the present. But why is it the present? Because he doesn't need to go in the future to feel nervous or excited. You know, he can feel that right now. So this is why it works for Miguel's sentence, and this is why it doesn't work for Luis's sentence. Now, Luis's sentence is not wrong. It's grammatically correct and it makes sense. But it's not the future present mix. All right. And I think, you know, maybe our problem is that, you know, we're trying to get this specific thing and it's not coming naturally. It's not natural.
So if I said, if I if I had to teach this specific subject next week, I would be studying today or since today.
That is good. That is good because you don't need to study. I mean, you don't need to teach it to study it now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're keeping the future thing in your mind, but right now you're doing something different. And that is perfect.
Cool.
is perfect.
Cool.
All right.
That's-
Look. You go.
Oh no, Luis sentence. The first one is a second conditional, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
It's if past. Well, if past modal verb. It does follow this structure. Yes, it follows this structure. But it's not future present. Right. But look, we are we're gonna continue to the next mixed conditional. All right. Like I said yesterday, this one is not gonna come on your test. And if it does come on your test, they're gonna give you time expressions. You know, if it says right now, then you know that you need to use the simple past. Why? Because to talk about the present, you use the past. If it's gonna talk about the future, like tomorrow, next week, do you know that to talk about the future, you use the simple past? Okay, so you know on the test it's gonna be like a puzzle. You know the pieces. You know the pieces. All right. So you just gotta put them together. The problem is that right now we're not putting the pieces together. We are making the puzzle, and that's why it is a little difficult. We are making the complete sentence. We're making the puzzle. We're not putting the pieces together. Okay, so we're gonna stop because we know the structure. We know to use the present. To talk about the present, you use the simple past. And we know to talk about the past, we use the past. Perfect. We know that. Right, Carolina? All right. So we're gonna stop with the future present because I really want to do the last conditional so I can teach you the next lesson. But I will say this, guys. If you know the structures, if you know that you need to use the past perfect for the simple past, well, the past perfect to talk about the past, then you will get the conditionals correct. Okay, and before you take the real test, you're gonna take a sample test. And on the sample test, there are gonna be some questions that come on the real test. And we're gonna put a lot of emphasis on the conditionals. All right? Because like I said, on the test, it's just putting the pieces together and it's way easier than making the entire puzzle. All right? So, oh my gosh, I need to tweet that. Right. We're not putting the pieces together. We're making the puzzle. Oh my gosh, teacher quote of the day. Well,
You're amazing.
future,
Like
this
it.
guy. I'm just kidding, man. Future past mix. For the future, what do we use?
Simple past.
Past, right. And for the past, what do we use? Past perfect or
Past modal.
past modal. Just remember, the past modal is after the comma, and the past perfect is after if, right? Okay. This one is very, very funny, man, because this is to talk about how something in the future affected your past. How is that even possible?
Sounds like Back to the Future.
Yes, it sounds like some real crazy stuff. But I don't want you to think about this. This is how future plans affected past plans. I want you to think about it that way. This is just one way. How future plans affected past plans. Let me give you an example. if my parents, if my parents weren't coming to my house on Saturday, I would have invited my friends over for beer or for a party. Why? My future plan is my parents coming to my house on Saturday. That's for the future. How did it affect my past? Well, yesterday I had the opportunity to invite my friends, but I had to think about my parents, and I don't want to have a crazy party with my parents in the house. So I made the decision yesterday to not invite my friends because in the future I have plans with my parents. Does that make sense? All right. Miguel?
Yes. Well, I am confused because yesterday I have the examples from yesterday, and I wrote a couple sentences. So that's why I'm confused. Because you said we use if plus past perfect. Like I have the sentences from yesterday. Like if I had, remember the one I wrote is if I hadn't done the right thing, I would be worried about what's going to happen tomorrow.
Okay, that's past future.
Yes.
And this is future past.
Isn't that the same?
No.
Past future, future past?
Okay, here, let me tell you what's the difference. You said past, future, right? Past, future,
Right.
mixed.
Yeah, I haven't like past future, but I thought it was the same.
It's not the same because after if, what do we use for the past?
Past perfect.
Past perfect. And for the future we use
Modal.
Modal verb.
Yeah.
Modal, right.
But again, you're manipulating the second and the third condition, right? The second conditional would be if in the past in the modal verb. The third conditional would be if past perfect and the past modal. You're basically just taking one piece from each one interchangeably, but it's not the same.
Okay.
The one you mentioned right here is how something in the past will affect your future.
Right.
And this one right here is how something in the future has affected your past. Like in my case, my plans with my family.
So maybe if I didn't have a class on Saturday, I would have said yes to my to my um to my friend's invitation to his place.
Exactly. This is one of those situations where you already have plans for the future, so you told somebody no about something, all right? But when you told them no, it was like yesterday or 2 days ago. So right now you're like in the middle of both events. You told him no, yesterday, but you have a party or you have a class, on Saturday. You're in the middle of both of those events. You're not at the first event, you're not at the second event, you're in the middle, chronologically speaking. Okay? Uriel?
Lula.
Working on. I'm not not ready.
Not ready. Gabby.
Okay. If I have got, I'm thinking about that. About the example. Oh my god. If I, mm, if I didn't, I know, not yet. I don't have
Not yet? Okay.
an example, not yet. Not.
Don't worry, don't worry. Claudia? No, Claudia? Carolina?
I need a moment because I can finish. I have a first,
Miguel?
middle.
1 second.
Yeah, guys, don't stress over these so much, okay? We're not puzzle makers.
Oh my god, where's that?
I think I have it.
Okay, tell me.
If I didn't go to the morning football in Sunday, I can have a
Nope.
conversation. Nope. Okay.
No. The thing is, the after if, Carolina, is for the future. For the future, not the past. All right, you are using the other one we talked about earlier. You want to use this one.
I don't think I'm ready.
Go ahead, Uriel.
If I didn't go to Merida uh, on the weekend, I would have traveled to the beach.
Hey, give me some context, my friend.
I'm sorry?
Give me some context.
Oh yeah, because I had plans for going to the beach tomorrow, but so I need to go to Merida, so I change classes, so it's going to be not possible to go uh, on the beach because I had classes tomorrow. Just like a change of skill.
Oh, this is real information?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't go to Merida on the weekend. When you say on the weekend, you're talking about last weekend or this weekend?
This weekend.
And when would you have traveled to the beach? Last weekend or this weekend?
And this weekend.
So, hold on.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Both of them are future.
Mm.
I didn't go to Merida on the weekend this weekend. I would have traveled to the beach this weekend.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Some context right there. You know, you have to choose, Merida or the beach. Merida or the beach.
I get it.
If I weren't going to Merida on this weekend, I would have traveled to the beach last weekend. I can't travel a lot because it's expensive.
I get it. I get it. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Anybody else? One more?
Okay, let's try with my. If I didn't book my trip to Oaxaca, um, well, at yesterday, if I didn't book my trip to Oaxaca yesterday, I would have been worried about where to stay.
When did you book your trip?
Yesterday.
These questions. Yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's what I said.
All right. So yesterday is the past, and I would have been worried about where to stay. That is the past. You see that? So in this case, to make the sentence correct, it would be if I hadn't booked my trip to Oaxaca yesterday, I would have been worried about where to stay. But that is not this conditional. That is another conditional.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Both past. That is the third condition. It's a headache.
Oh,
It's a big headache.
really?
Now, I guess this is why people say that they hate conditionals. Everybody hates. I hate conditionals. I hate conditionals. But look, tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow, next week, I'm going to give you an activity where you need to put the puzzle together. All right? I'm going to give you like the if clause, and then I'm going to give you the clause after the comma, and you just need to put them together. All right? And that's where we're going to see if you really understand the conditionals. Because coming up with an example out of nowhere, it's kind of difficult. Especially, well, for these type of sentences, it is very difficult, right? And Luis, you're going to be in charge of teaching this type of course, probably in 2 months or something. All right.
Yes.
Well, Guys, does anybody want to try the last condition, or should we continue to the next?
We should try one more.
How can I say?
This is the most confused for me. The most confusing for me.
This one. Okay, go ahead. Tell me. If you have it, do it.
It can be, for example, I can't remember who said it at the beginning of the meeting. Well, the class. Someone had a doctor's appointment, I think, right?
Yeah.
So you can think of it as a past plan. I'm sorry, as a future plan, and the class is perhaps the past plan.
Keep going.
All right. So if this person, I can't remember who,
Carolina.
if Carolina
Go to
didn't, if Carolina didn't have to go to the doctors, she, hold on. I had it, I lost it. She wouldn't have said that she had to leave early
Yes.
today.
Yes.
All right, I got mine too.
Yes.
Yes, queen.
Celine. Oh my gosh, Celine keeps entering and leaving. All right. Tell me.
If I were going to travel to Italy next month, I would have bought a lot of Mexican souvenirs when I was shopping.
When I was shopping. Okay. Why?
You say why?
Yeah, why? Why would you have bought a lot of Mexican souvenirs?
Because I don't have them right now, so I need to go out shopping again.
Okay. To take with you to Italy.
To take with me to Italy, right?
Okay. Excellent.
Probably if you had thought, no, that's not correct.
Oh, his sentence is correct, man.
If you had thought about, no, if you had, what's the verb? I forgot the word. If you had thought about buying more supplies, souvenirs, what was it?
Souvenirs.
All right, you wouldn't have had, no, you wouldn't what? Sorry, I just didn't get what you said.
Yes, man, it's correct.
Yep.
Okay, so
Never mind.
I'm gonna explain.
I forgot.
Look, I want you to. I'm gonna draw him. I'm gonna draw Miguel. Okay, I'm gonna draw him like this. That's how his head looks in real real life. You know, he's a skinny person, so I'm just gonna draw him like this. Are you tall or are you short, Miguel?
Short.
Short. So we're just gonna draw him like, keep him like that. He has little legs because he's short, and he looks like he has long arms because he's a dancer. All right. And well, right now we are right here. Well, Miguel is right here. Right? If he were going to travel to Italy next month, now Italy is over here in the future. And he would have bought a lot of Mexican souvenirs when he was shopping. Okay, when he went shopping, I don't know when he went shopping. When did you go shopping? Yesterday, last week?
Last weekend.
Last weekend. I want you to notice that Miguel is in the middle of both actions. He's not in Italy and he is not shopping. The shopping already happened. Traveling to Italy has not happened yet. And so what he does is he first wants to talk about the Italy thing. Boom. If I were going to Italy next month, boom, I would have traveled, well, I would have bought a lot of Mexican souvenirs. Why? Because he needs it for Italy. So that's kind of like, that's kind of how your thought process should be. You know, thinking about something in the future, how could that have been affected by something in the past? And that's his thought process. Now over here, the excellent example that Luis gave, if Carolina didn't have to go to the doctors, she's going to the doctors in the future. Carolina's right here. She wouldn't have said what she said earlier. She said it in the past. She was talking about the future. But right now, she's in the middle of both things. She already said it, but she hasn't gone to the doctors yet. All right? And she is gone. Yes. Gabby,
Okay.
are
I've
you
got
ready?
one example. Yes, I've got one
Go ahead.
example. If I weren't going to teach, not to give classes early tomorrow, I would have overslept. No, something is wrong. If I weren't going to give classes every day in the morning, I would have overslept. I don't know if it's okay. I I feel that something sounds weird.
If I didn't have an everyday morning class,
We're going to
It
give
sounds better.
classes every day in the morning. I would have overslept. Well, if I the time expression every day means
Okay.
it's a present expression.
Yes. So with no every day, how would it sound?
Okay. If I weren't going to give classes in the morning, I would have overslept. Overslept?
Yes.
When?
Today?
Today.
Yes.
You mean tonight or last night?
Last night.
Last
both
night.
actions are in the past.
So night.
No. In the morning is okay. That's
Okay.
tomorrow morning. And I would have
No,
overslept yesterday night.
Yes,
Okay,
yesterday night.
it's correct, but that would mean that you would be sleeping for 24 hours.
Oh my God.
that's the
Okay, because think
dream.
about it. You would go to sleep yesterday night, and you would oversleep all the way into your classes in the next morning. Grammatically, it's correct. But
But
if
the
that's the
context,
idea you want to express, it is also correct. I don't know if you want to sleep that much.
no,
You want to go into
because
hibernation,
yes, or
right?
mm, because couldn't I couldn't wake up with without the alarm.
Okay.
That's the idea I wanted to express.
Okay. Si no tuviera clases en la mañana, me hubiera quedado dormido.
Yes, because the alarm didn't sound.
For 24 hours. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
that's a good sleep. Really good sleep. Okay, but it makes sense.
Okay.
If I weren't going to give classes in the morning, I would have drunk a lot in this afternoon and given these classes drunk too. Nah, just kidding. That
Okay.
would be crazy. But you know,
That's also the dream.
oh my gosh, no man.
Kidding.
Um, Claudia, I don't know. I think you said something in here. Your headphones don't work. Okay. So right now it's just the guys and Gabby. Oh my gosh. Miguel, do you have a question?
No, I have another sentence, but I prefer the others.
Man, the others, I don't think the others have any. Claudia, if you can hear me, write your sentence in the chat, and I can copy it for you on here. Go ahead, my friend Miguel.
Okay, if I knew I was going to take a Cenni test in a couple weeks, I would have paid more attention on conditionals last week classes.
If I knew I was going to take a Cenni test in a couple of weeks future, I would have paid more attention to conditionals in last week's classes past. Okay, it works. It works. It's okay. It's correct. Does anybody want to add anything onto this? No? All right. Gabby?
No, no.
No. Luis?
I'm good.
He's good. All right. Well, these are the conditionals. Don't I don't want you to feel like conditionals are horrible. They're not you know difficult when you have a lot of context. Okay, and when you have time expressions, it would be so much easier. Um, I'm gonna take these last 20 minutes to give you some examples of what you need to do. All right, I want you to just look at my examples. You can copy these down in your notebook, but leave a lot of space where I have the lines for like 2 or 3 words. The first part is very easy. When you are born, it's obviously in the past. I'm going to give you a little time expression that's going to help you. Right there. Okay? Any brave Viking want to say the answer? Anybody?
If I were born in the United States,
When you are born,
If I had been,
if I had, no,
if I had been born in the United
right.
States, because when you were born, it's in the past. I
Wooden.
Wouldn't have needed? No.
I wouldn't
wouldn't
need.
visa next year. All right. And what type of mixed conditional is this?
past feature.
Oh my gosh. What happened? What happened? What happened? You can't notice, but there's something that just happened with my computer. All right. It's
The
Claudia. She entered.
annotations thing, right?
No, the problem is that when a participant comes, it
Oh,
messes up, like, it takes you out of the writing.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is the past future mix. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is the past future mix. Now, I can also take this sentence and say, if I had been born in the United States,
If I hadn't,
I wouldn't need a visa right now. Maybe this person is at the airport and they say, no, sorry, you can't go because you don't have a visa. In this case, it would be past what?
present.
Present.
Present. All right, just by changing the time expression. That's all. The structure did not change, just the meaning. I wouldn't need a visa next year. Maybe the person is traveling next year. I wouldn't need a visa right now. Maybe this person got denied access at the airport or at the border. They rejected this person. Man, if I had been born in the United States, I wouldn't need a visa right now. Maybe crossing the border and this person got detained by immigration. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so those are two mixed conditionals right there. Let's see if you can do this one.
If Daniel spoke Chinese, he
E?
would have translated the article for you yesterday.
And what conditional is this?
That is past model, past model or model.
Past model? What? Present, future, or past, man?
Past.
Past
Present,
future.
past.
Present past?
Yeah. Because present, if Daniel spoke Chinese, this is something permanent. Something permanent. Remember, for permanent things, we use the present. He would have translated the article for you yesterday. That is the past. Now, I could also say this. If Daniel had spoken
Chinese.
Chinese, he would have translated the article for you yesterday. Why? Well, maybe Daniel is a nice guy and he likes to do favors for people. In that case, it would be past. And what is that? That is third conditional. Okay. Now, I'm gonna give you one sentence, and you tell me what you think the next condition of it is.
That's present past.
Perfect. Present past. Now, look how easily we can modify this.
Past future?
There you go. Okay. Now, how is it possible that I'm using a past modal to talk about the future? Well, at this point, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the
Time expression.
time expression.
Right, next week.
Yes. And remember, you can use the present perfect to talk about the future. I don't know if you know that. Depending on the context, you can use the present perfect to talk about the future. And in this case, would have sent is the present perfect or the past modal as we would call it. All right, let's see another one. This one, you're gonna put
Another
the
one.
puzzle together.
Another one.
Oops, I gave you an answer. I'm gonna change it now.
Nobody saw it. If Miguel hadn't come this weekend, I would have planned a nice trip to the beach with my family.
Okay, remember, this weekend is the future, my friend. If you want to talk about the past,
If Miguel wasn't coming,
yes, if Miguel wasn't coming this weekend, I would have planned a nice trip to the beach with my family. What is this?
future past.
Future past. Much easier. All right,
The
now,
light of
Luis, the next one, I don't want you to answer it, man. I want you to give opportunity to the other people. Right?
Can I go?
Go ahead if you'd like, man.
Kidding.
Miguel, Gabby, Claudia, Uriel.
I'm doing it.
If I were going to the date tonight, um,
I.
Would be buying. Would be buying new things.
We'll be buying.
All right, would be buying, or you can say would buy. You know, and you can
I
also say
would
if I
buy.
went. You know, if I went to that date tonight, I would buy new clothes at the mall right now. And
Right.
like I said, you know, it doesn't really matter if you use continuous or simple. It just depends how you want to express it. And what conditional is this?
Future
Present.
Present. So see, like it's much easier when you're putting the pieces together. And this is how it's going to be on the exam. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's look at number 7. This is how your questions are going to look. All right, they're going to be like A, B, and C, and the option is going to say, the instructions are going to say, like, let's say number 12, choose the correct answer. And a lot of people, they're going to be thinking about other things, and they're going to forget. They're going to forget that to talk about the present, you use the past. And to talk about the past, you use the past perfect. So some people are going to look at letter B and say, tonight, going to, I think this is correct. But no, it's not correct because you don't use the present to talk about the future. All right? You use the past, were going. And then some of them are going to go to the letter C. Like, if I were going to that date tonight, I buy new clothes at the mall right now. Right now is the present, and buy is the present. Okay, so C is correct. And they're going to choose C, and they're going to be wrong. Right? And that's what you need to keep an eye for. You know, the test is going to try to confuse you with conditionals. Don't let yourself be confused. You know, remember, for the future and for the present, we use the past or modal verb. All right. Let's see what time is it. One more so we can finish the class. Luis, this one is not for you, man. All right.
All right. Didn't want it anyways.
Okay. Let's see. Let's change it. All right, I got this one straight out the examples that I sent you. Let's see who actually read it.
If I had taken French in high school, I had had.
I what?
No,
I would have.
I would have had.
I would have had.
I would have had, right? I would have.
And you can say would have had more job opportunities.
It
Okay.
depends on one context you're trying to use it, right?
Yes.
Or-
and this is past. Okay. This is past. Now, but what I understand by this is that your work life is finished. Your work life is finished. It's in the past. But, you know, let's say that this guy, his work life is still going. Like, he can still work. It would not be have had. What would it be?
I would
Let's-
have.
I would have. And that would be?
And you had
present.
now, right?
Yes. I will have more job opportunities now. Right. But like I said, Miguel, either way, it would have been correct. If you said I would have had or I would have, you know, it's correct. But now the would have had more job opportunity, that's for a person who is done working, 65 years old, 70 years old. I think about my uncle. Oh, no, si supiera inglés, hubiera tenido más oportunidades. Yes, Grandpa, it's true. But, you know, if we take it from a perspective of a younger person, 20, 30, 40 years old, the guy can still work or the lady can still work. This is the present. So I would have more job opportunities, but I didn't. So I don't have a lot. Okay? Is it much easier this way? And this is the way that it's gonna be on the test. Okay, so like I said, you just have to pay attention to, you know, those little time expressions, and also use a little bit of, you know, a little bit of logic. You know, like the other example that Gabby gave us of sleeping 24 hours. I don't know if that can happen unless you're on drugs. So you have to be very careful with those type of sentences. Okay. But yes, this is it, guys. This is all it is. Again, I don't want you to do any homework tonight. Okay. Tomorrow we're gonna try to do 2 small lessons, and then we're gonna have homework on those 2 small lessons. All right.
Okie
Okay,
dokie.
guys. Well, thank you so much for coming to the class. All right.
Thank you, sir.
No,
Thank
thank you,
you.
sir.
Have a
See
good
you
night.
tomorrow. Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.